Good morning, YouTube. Today I'm going to review our 2000 Ferrari 550 Maranello.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, and this is our dealership, NG Supercars. And this 550 has only had 2 owners, which is pretty awesome. And it's got like 42,000 miles. Just had a major service last year. And crazy enough, it has all the service records going back to when it was brand new. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna show you all the good things and bad things about this car, and then we're gonna take it out for a spin because I have never driven a 550. I've owned a 575 and we converted to a manual, but technically this is a different car even though they're quite similar. V12 goodness, it's hard to go wrong with that. Also, real quick, do me a favor, check out normalguysupercar.com. There you can buy parts and services from us. And NG Supercars, that is our dealership website, and that's where this car will be listed for sale shortly. We don't have it up there yet, so by the time this video comes out, hopefully it's listed. We're doing our best to get everything cleaned up, pictured, and listed and stuff rapidly, but we're a small team. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of time. So let me show you all the flaws, and then we'll talk about, well, then we'll go out for a spin. Okay, YouTube, so Ferrari 550, yes, it is the V12, back when they still had time belts. Very similar body style to the 575. I forget the difference is. I think there's something about the vents on the side, and something about the air intake, and something else. But I've always really liked these cars. I thought they're just beautiful. I mean, look at that. That is just a good looking car. The second thing is, it's actually kind of small. For a V12 car, compared to the modern Ferraris, it's tiny, which is awesome. I hate how big cars have gotten. They're just way too big. But anyway, let's start off right here with the tires. Well, the tires are like 8 years old. So the rubber is still fairly soft, but it's probably worthwhile to change those out. Also, as long as we're talking about stuff, I know the clutch was replaced only like 4,000 miles ago, or maybe 5,000 miles ago. So clutch is pretty damn new. So no worries about the clutch, no worries about the timing belts, at least for the next few years. There are some cosmetic flaws. I mean, there is a paint chip right there, and there's some scuff right there, and a scrape right there, and a paint chip there, and scrape, scuff, paint chip, paint chip, paint chip, and paint chip, scuff right there, and some other stuff going on. So this is not a perfect car, but I don't think it would take all that much to really get the paint and exterior to be really good shape. Looking at this wheel, I don't see anything going on with the wheel, but again, tire pretty old. And forgive the car, it is dirty. We haven't cleaned it yet because I'm going to drive it, so we didn't want to clean it before I'm going to drive it. Trim has flaked off. This is actually fairly common. For some reason, this era of Ferraris, the trim around these windows would flake off. I don't know why, but it does. There is a small door ding right here and another one right here. They're very small. Could definitely be taken out with like a PDR. And there is a paint bubble from some sort of corrosion or something right there. Another problem, this door handle doesn't really work very well. I believe the internal pull cable probably needs to be replaced because you can sometimes get it from the inside, but from the outside you can't really get it very well. A couple scuffs right there, a little scrape right there. That one can definitely be polished out. Looking at the wheel, this one's pretty darn good too. So far so good on the wheels. There's another scrape right there. Okay, working our way around back. Not a whole lot going on wrong in the back. Maybe looks like, oh, that's just dirt. Okay, there's dirt there. Yeah, it's pretty good back here. And this wheel, we got scuff there on the wheel. And another one right there. Now the dash leather is pulling back. It has shrunk, so you can see some shrinkage right there, and then some more shrinkage right there. So that probably needs to be taken care of at some point. Moving on to the interior. Ooh, these are big doors. All right, whoa, don't hit the other Ferrari. Okay, we got a tiny little bit of a space. Leather on here looks pretty good. This could easily be touched up if you wanted to be perfect, but otherwise actually in pretty darn good condition. Carpet looks really nice and clean. Headliner is feeling pretty good, not sagging. You can see there's some bubbles in the airbag on the passenger side. And yeah, like I said, there's some shrinkage in the dash, but otherwise doesn't look like we have any sticky buttons or anything going on there. And you can see 41,987 miles. Oh man, it's gonna roll over 42,000 if I'm driving it right now. I'm gonna feel bad about that. Oh well, it's gotta happen. We gotta get the review in. So there you go. Interior, actually really, really good shape. Oh yes, we need to take a look at that engine. pulling the door, the engine releases. Yeah, there you go. That big paddle. Let's be real. If you're buying this car, here is a big reason why you're buying this car. Because of that, right there. A Ferrari work of art. Big old V12. Yeah, it looks gorgeous. Very, very cool. They're actually pretty simple. I mean, there is a reasonable amount of room in here. It doesn't have a ton of shit. You know, like the modern cars, they'd probably put plastic all over everything and cover stuff up. And here you can kind of see stuff. Believe it or not, even though they do need timing belts every 5-ish years, you don't have to pull the engine and you don't have to pull the radiator. You can actually do it right here. You do have to disconnect a bunch of stuff right here to get access to it, but it is possible, and so it's not as expensive as a lot of the other cars from this generation, but it's still kind of a pain in the butt, and you still have to do it, so just be aware of that. All right, well, let's get in this puppy and take it for a spin. To show you how annoying the door alarm is. Listen to that. Oh, definitely a different era for Ferraris. So we have the parking brake on the left-hand side. It's one of those. Okay, we put it in sport mode. I don't know if it makes much of a difference on these older cars, but ooh, big old V12. Oh yeah. Accelerator pedal is actually kind of heavy. Interesting. I don't remember my 575 having a heavy accelerator pedal, but it's kind of heavy. Now, these are the shift rod generation of 550, like the 550, actually the 355 technically has shift rods as the 348, so you feel vibration and you might hear some chatter and stuff in here, but that is just how it is, and it is a different feeling. It is a very solid and direct feeling right here. Holy crap, this thing's holding, like, maxing out the oil pressure gauge. Okay, probably needs to warm up a little and then it'll come back down. Yeah, a little bit of, you know, sloppiness compared to some of the other tighter sports cars. Got the weird stereo thing down here, which is a little bit strange. We have the 6-speed Ferrari gated shifter. Woo, yes, so good. Right there, oh yes. Now these are definitely one generation earlier, like it's got to kind of carry over from the 360, like gauges are similar, but the computers are earlier. It's just a little bit earlier generation. They typically had kind of the V12s and the V8s were offset by like a half a generation, so you kind of had a, you know, one would have some stuff from the other but not all of it, so it'd never quite be exactly the same, but you know, you'd see gauges and stuff be similar, or certain technologies would be carried over between the two different generations. Well, it actually has really good visibility back there on the B pillars. That's actually kind of surprising. I don't remember that from the 575, but I guess it must have. Oh yes, V12. Oh yeah, baby. Interesting enough, you know, I owned the 575. We converted to manual, and I really liked that car. I liked it a lot, which is interesting because I didn't like the 599 as much as I liked the 575. Even though the 599 is newer and had way more power and was way faster and all that stuff, it just never quite felt right. And I think it's because it's so big. And these are small little cars, and I just like small cars. Like, I just hate how everything's gotten so massive and so just enormous. And even though this is a giant V12 engine up there, it is still a reasonably small car. And it just feels that. It feels a little bit lighter on its feet. It just feels pretty nimble. Oh, that feeling in the gate is awesome. Oh, listen to that. Oh, it is just a great sound. Oh, we want to get in front of these guys. Okay. I like the whine of the transmission. There's pretty tall gears. A little bit of body roll. Again, these are GT cars. It's from a different generation. Oh man, I don't know what it is. I like these cars so much. They're just fun. I don't know. It just, you know, it's that whole like driving a slow car fast, but it's not slow, but it's not ridiculous. You know, I mean, it doesn't have the crazy power that you have in the modern cars, but it's got enough power that you feel it and you feel like it's usable, and you're not gonna just die suddenly trying to put it to the floor. Oh, those downshifts. Man, we're not even really getting on it yet. That was only like half throttle. Oh shit, I'm gonna like this car a lot. Okay, well, here's the problem with the 550. They have shot up in value just astronomically in the last few years. These things used to be cheap. So the 575s, the F1 575s are still cheap. Like in the 100 to 200 range at best, and most of them are probably 150 or even less. Now, if you have a manual, the 575 manuals are worth a fortune because they only made like, I think it was like 100 and something of them. Not very many. But these, all 100% of the 550s are manual. And so because of that, all the 550s just shot up in value. They've all gone up at least 50%. So this car a couple years ago probably could have been picked up for right around $100,000, and now it's approaching $200,000, and it's probably gonna just keep going up. Heel toe's a little bit wonky, but manageable. Hello, horsies. I mean, there's something to be said about a Ferrari V12. Now, the seats in this, interesting enough, these must have been the medium or small seats, because they are really squeezing me compared to most of the other cars. No, I'm not a small guy, I'll admit that. Oh, I got in front of him. Here we go. Ready? And let's send it. Oh, shit. You know, the funny thing is we're not even going that fast, but it feels like it. It feels like we're hauling ass, and it just has so much torque. That feels great. Oh, and that sound. God, when you shift it and that clank. Okay, we'll just cruise for a minute. Wow. Oh yeah, check it out. Yes! We got the old Ferrari horn. Yes! Ah, yes. I love that. Well, it is a awesome car. I'm loving this car a lot. Even though I don't like GT cars, this is a phenomenal GT car. And you know, you got to put it in its era. Like, you got to think about it from this perspective of this was built in 2000, so it's 26 years old now. Which in Ferrari technology means it's probably 30 years old compared to any other brand, right? So you got 30-year-old technology here, but the suspension and all that, the engine way beyond its age. It's got a good feel, good weightiness to the steering wheel. The clutch feels good. The brakes feel good. The throttle pedal is a little heavy, admittedly. It's like a little, you know, I think it's because it's literally a mechanical throttle pedal where it's literally moving a cable. So you can feel that, like a little bit of resistance on it, which means it's not anywhere near as precise as the fly-by-wire or throttle-by-wire cars, but that's fine. You know, you're driving a different thing, a different beast, a different era. Oh, that sound it makes is just great. That. Whoa. Listen to that transmission whine. Oh, it's so cool. Oh. Yeah. This is where it's at right here. I don't even want to talk, I just want to drive. these tires need to go. It's a little bit deceitful because it's so tall geared, you're going faster than you think. Yeah, how's it handle these bumps? I mean, honestly, it's pretty smooth. It feels good. Like, I don't feel any rattles in the suspension or any looseness. Like, it takes over those bumps really well. You could legit drive this across the country. I mean, you got space, you got a trunk, you got a shelf back there, you can strap some shit in. You don't have a cup holder, so, you know, yeah. God, that engine has so much torque, you don't even have to give it gas. You can just drive it by, or start moving by the clutch alone. Now, this isn't the car you're gonna take on the track and go beat the shit out on the track and set lap records at all. This is the car that you're just gonna go out on these cool backcountry roads, go out to a nice cruise, go out to dinner with your girlfriend or whatever floats your boat there. You're gonna do cool stuff like that, and you're gonna look classy as shit doing it. Classy as classy as shit. I don't know. One of the two. Take your pick. But you're classy. Classy AF. There you go. And it just, just such a cool car, such a fun car to drive. Yes. Wonderful handling. Rides super nice. Like, these are shitty roads back here and it feels great. It's driving wonderfully. Just need some better tires. I do not trust these tires in the corners. Yeah, the heel toe is hard because the pedal alignment's just a little bit wonky and the pedal is so heavy. Okay, let's end it. Dang. That's awesome. Yeah, buddy. I like this car a lot. This car is awesome. Well, you know, it's funny is they shot up in value so much, and I thought to myself at first, there's no way this is worth that much money. And now I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see it. It's absolutely worth it. Absolutely. This is a phenomenal car. Well, someone's going to get something badass with only 2 owners in its history, a full service history. It does need some things to be done to make it perfect, but you know what? If you're interested, discuss it. We can discuss those things, and I bet you can make something happen that'll make everyone happy. So reach out to us. Yeah, I like these cars a lot. I don't know what it is. They're just the right era of Ferraris, the right V12, the right size, and they just feel good to drive. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of this car. So anyway, if you're interested in buying this car, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. This thing can't be yours. And God, what a cool car you're going to get. I love these cars. They just look good from every direction. They are fun to drive, just fantastically beautiful. Such a cool car. Well, check it out, ngsupercars.com. It'll be on the website shortly. You can also buy our parts and services at normalguysupercar.com. That's it for this video. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. We're going to be doing a lot of cool car stuff. You're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be sweet.